Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today we're going to be discussing and theorizing and just all that sort of stuff about Generation 5 of My Little Pony. Now, I've been taking a little bit of break on Generation 5 news and talking about it and everything like that because the last video I did on Generation 5 just continuously kept getting copyright strike after copyright strike, and it was just an annoying thing, and it honestly destroyed a lot of my motivation towards talking about it. But I'm back. I'm going to talk about it some more, and today I want to discuss specifically about some of the concept art that we've gotten. We've gotten a lot of concept art since the movies come out, and we've just gotten a concept art after concept art back to back to back to back over and over and over again from different people that worked on the movie and stuff like that. And we've gotten some more information about what some of the stories could have been and things like that. And overall, there's just so much to discuss, but I just want to theorize specifically on a certain concept art. Now, this is from multiple different releases, I guess you could call it, of this concept art. This one being the most recent as of recording. It is a map of Maritime Bay and everything like that. It's somewhat accurate to how it was in the actual movie. At least that's what it seems to be to some degree. But we can also, of course, see this building, this strange building over here on the left with a rainbow shooting up out of it. We actually have better concept over here. This is what it looks like, or would have looked like in production or whatever like that. Here's some different sketches and designs and stuff like that. It was originally going to be a rainbow factory, according to the people that worked on this. It was an actual rainbow factory. I find it interesting that Twilight's insignia is there. Maybe that means Twilight's influence was originally going to stay a little bit longer, or it was going to have more importance or something like that. Who knows? That doesn't matter. But I want to discuss this rainbow thing because this isn't the only town that seemed to have some kind of rainbow factory or some building shooting up rainbows out of it. If we actually look at some of the other concept art that we've gotten, we can see this one here in Bridlewood Forest with a structure and rainbows shooting up out of it, which is very strange. We can also, of course, see that Sunny is here by herself. Here's another one with it being deactivated, so to speak, and of course, Sunny being there as well. This isn't the only place that had a rainbow factory or whatever either. Of course, Maritime Bay had one. Here's one in Bridlewood Forest, and you can probably guess where I'm going. There is this building, this strange structure with a rainbow shooting up out of it. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know why all these are connected. Maybe this rainbow factory that was originally going to be the story or whatever, that there was this rainbow factory and it shut off rainbows and it was shooting them down into these other buildings. So like these aren't going down, or these aren't going up, they're going down into them or something because the rainbow factory is delivering them somehow or something. I don't know. Maybe that was what the original concept was. And then Sunny comes along and messes that up somehow and disconnects this rainbow factory from these other towns, and that creates some kind of discourse or something, and she has to go on this journey from each town to sort of relight them or reactivate them or something. It could be anything like that. I do know that there was some concept art somewhere where one of the stories was that Sunny believes she just destroyed magic and removed magic and also electricity and all that stuff from the world, so she goes on a journey to try and fix it or whatever. That was one of the original concepts, I know for a fact, but I don't know how much that had to do with this weird rainbow factory thing and these other buildings that have rainbows shooting up out of them. I haven't seen anyone else talk about this weird connection. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough or something, but I haven't seen anyone else really discuss the fact that some of this concept art kind of connects in a weird way that, I mean, obviously it connects in a weird way because these were like early drafts of the movie, I guess, but no one else has sort of connected the fact that there's this weird rainbow factory type thing in every single town. I mean, here's another one, and in this one we can see that Sunny and Izzy are together, or perhaps just two different characters are together or something like that. This one is honestly lovely and one of my favorites. It's got this beautiful stained glass and everything. It's got two statues on the sides, which are amazing. It just looks very magical to me, but that's besides the point. I don't know what it means, but honestly, what I really want to see happen is for this stuff to take place in this series or something, for them to use some of this concept art for the series. For example, now that magic is back, maybe some kind of building like this can be created where it's an actual rainbow factory or something. Or maybe now that magic is back, certain buildings or certain structures that they thought were abandoned and dormant and nothing but ruins now suddenly activate like this or something and start shooting up magic out of them or something, and that just is a whole thing. I think that could be really cool and really fun to explore as well, because it sort of, I don't know, it's just really cool, and I would love to see what they would do with that if there was some kind of building that they could visit and it just has magic shooting up out of it or something. I think that could be really cool. This building, I didn't mention this earlier, but it does seem to say something like Expo on it, which I find very strange. I don't know why this building would say Expo on it. Maybe that's connected somehow. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but take it that way you will. That definitely looks like it says Expo on it. So one more thing that I really kind of want to talk about or mention is the fact that, like, what if this concept art could also be used in the series? I did mention that already, but what if it's used in the series and this concept art is used in a way that's like between Generation 4 and Generation 5, where the Generation 4 characters, that the main six as we know them, created these different structures with these rainbows shooting up out of them because maybe it has something to do with like the elements of harmony or something like that. Maybe that their magic, they built these structures and magic comes out of it and it connects the tribes together in some weird way, because maybe they had to disconnect the tribes and split them off into 3 different places for whatever reason. Maybe there was some kind of disaster and there was only one way to do it, and that was to, of course, split up, but they wanted to stay connected, so they built these structures with these rainbows shooting up out of them that would connect them to some degree. Maybe they even transport you somehow between place to place, sort of Steven Universe style or something, but it would be really interesting to see something like that, perhaps, and that would allow for this concept art to see the light of day again, so to speak, and actually be shown in proper CG and proper, almost movie form, not movie form, but series form, obviously. So yeah, what if these structures were built by the main 6 and they built one in each of these different tribes to sort of connect them all together, even though they were separated? And of course, the one that is the Rainbow Factory in the Maritime Bay has Twilight's insignia on it, because maybe that was the first one, and maybe that was the one that she worked on and she focused on or lived in and stuff like that, even though she wasn't an Earth Pony or anything. But it's possible. I can totally see something like that being the case. And then, of course, this could explain what happened to magic. Everyone was already separated because of some unknown disaster. They built these structures to continuously keep magic in place and friendship unified, even though they're separated. Maybe each of these buildings have the crystal in them. So the one in Bridlewood Forest has the unicorn crystal in it. The one in the Earth Ponytown Maritime Bay has the Earth Pony crystal in it, and then of course the one in Zephyr Heights has the Pegasus crystal in it, and maybe that is what's shooting these rainbows up out of them, and that is what's unifying them, because they're sort of connected but not. And then one day someone decides to take that crystal out of place, and when they did it, it disrupted all the other ones, and the magic just went away from all the other ones, and it just created this ripple effect, this chain event that disrupted all the magic, and it removed all of the magic from all the tribes, and made them sort of start to think, hey, these guys are terrible. They stole our magic and stuff. Because I think we did get some bit of commentary, some comment or something like that in the movie, saying something about like, oh, the Pegasus stole our magic or something like that. I think Izzy said something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I probably completely wrong about that, but I feel like someone somewhere said, oh, this other tribe stole our magic. But still, I think that could be the case of what's happening here, and I would love to see what you guys think of that, as well as all the other stuff I discussed here. But yeah, I mean, it seems to add up, if you ask me. But yeah, what do you think? I want to know what you guys think of this weird rainbow connection and everything like that, as well as the concept art and all that other stuff. Let me know in the comments below. I think it could be a really fun thing for them to explore, that now that magic is back, certain buildings like this or like this are suddenly activated again, and they shoot up magic, and there's this whole mystery of like, oh, what's going on with it? And maybe they even have to try to protect it now, because now there's certain forces that want to take control of that building and take over that building because it has such a powerful source of magic or something. Now that the tribes are connected, maybe that's something that is one of Sunny's goals, where they just try to build a whole new town dedicated to everyone being in one spot, sort of how like Ponyville was, where a bunch of different people got together and were friends and stuff. So it could be a lot of fun to see that. But I just think it'd be really cool if these actually meant more than just stuff that was shelved and put away or thrown away or whatever, because it kind of feels like it does. And I'm obviously reading too much into this because it's concept art and it shouldn't mean anything, but like I said, I just feel like it could still have some significance and some importance. So if I were you, and if I was anyone else, I would probably keep a note on the fact that there's these weird buildings in the concept art that have rainbows shooting out of them, and maybe, just maybe this could take place sometime in the series. Obviously, this was concept art designed and made specifically for the movie, but concept art is concept art, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up grabbing this off the shelf and thinking, well, let's do something with this in a season or two or something. So take it that way you will. Let me know what you thought of this weird Rainbow Factory thing, this weird rainbow connection with all these weird ancient looking structures shooting up rainbows out of them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I do sure as heck appreciate it if you'd consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful for yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.